Welcome to Tanks Invest. We talk about investing, finance, or professional moment. So current time of 8:35 a.m. on the Eastern Time. Ethereum can trade exactly at $2,602. That's about 0.8% so far. As you can see clearly on the crypto market, we are still relatively flat to down at the moment. Seems like the bearish momentum is still durating for the last 48 hours so far. Obviously driven by the main factor, the Ukraine-Russian war. Right, with respect to the recent media affectation that we heard, obviously from the meeting that they had among the political officials during this Saturday and subsequent to Sunday, which Joe Biden he had planned to be going to Delaware to visit his family, obviously due to the U.S. holiday. He decided to cancel that abruptly and then subsequently basically go back into the drawing board alongside with strategic advisors and political officials onto discussing what are the next tactical and strategic steps onto countering, obviously the percolating tension that we're still seeing. Right, and then some of the latest news that I'm seeing as of this morning came out at 5:54 a.m. on the Eastern Time, so approximately about 2.5 hours so far. We got some latest news, and it seems like the U.S. ambassador to United Nations has said to the U.S. that there is credible information that the Russian government has compiled of a list of Ukrainians to be killed and sent to camps following the invasion. Some of the officials said that that's a rumor, that's not really a real claim, and this is kind of like an ongoing media / actual conflict between what is actually being said on the media front versus the actual observation that they're seeing. So it seems like there is some fear mongering that's driving some stir and uncertainty into the market versus what's being the truth that they're currently seeing in front of their eyes. And in addition to that, with respect to what are the latest developments onto, the counter products that U.S. is expect to be initializing, seems like Joe Biden is going to be expected to be meeting with the Russian leader Vladimir Putin, in the next 24 to 48 hours, as they are preparing, or hopefully, through their meeting to mitigate the assaults from there. But it seems like they are, the Russian military, they have a list to do. They have a tactical list to get, again, right, kill and send to the camp. Obviously, with that negative verbiage, obviously they are, on the offensive mode and getting ready for it. So it could be happening any day now. In addition to that, there is another news that's coming out from CNBC again. This is coming out from Dong Jun, which is the co-founder of crypto exchange of Hubin, obviously based of China. And his depiction is basically with respect to the macro analysis that he has performed recently, saying that with respect to the halving, which is technically the events that happens every 4 years. It won't happen until 2024 for Bitcoin, right? And he believes that that technically would be the next bull cycle for Bitcoin. So we should technically see some more like depression going forward, knowing the fact that there's still uncertainty around the interest hikes. The COVID is still kind of durating. It's not really completely subsided. Now you see the war going on, so the world is definitely more volatile and more uncertain than ever. So I can understand where he's coming from, but beside that, there isn't really more specific technical or quantitative analysis behind his verbiage of why 2024, right? But ultimately, we take it with a grain of salt. Ultimately, they might have an incentive. I think ultimately governments or corporations want us to sell, and that's why the news has been relatively negative so far, for the right reasons, right? They might have their personal agenda that they want to be buying during this curated or artificial dip, if you may, right? So without wasting more time, let's just dive straight into technical analysis with respect to recording time of 8:39 a.m. on the Eastern Time. Ethereum can trade $2,602, about 0.8% so far. You can see clearly we are just approximately below the next resistance level. So I'll give that benefit of the doubt that we are there at the moment, right? We are at the 30 out of 70, so pending on what's going to be happening next, right? Obviously, you know, we will have a propensity if we break the current level to go to the next level, right? Basically 2,500, which is, you could see that we had some consolidation here and there, but you could see that's relatively weak, right? The real level that technically needs to get to would be the 2,360, right? So definitely a level to watch out for. If we get something that's full on invasion and really negative need affectation across the spectrum on Monday and Tuesday tomorrow, 2,150 can be logical based on the level of lift down that we can subsequently get to. But good thing is that we have formed def cross for quite some time now, so as we observe this line right here and see that it start to plateau a little bit more, and also at the same time RSI start to plateau a little bit more, that should technically translate into some buying pressure as we see more loosening of the tension of the obviously the war factor, right? With respect to Bitcoin, they're about 2.25%, 37,500 right now. We are again, right, at the exact level of the technical resistance. So we're just gliding on a sideways fashion. But again, if we break the current level, 34,400 is coming. So it's a relatively large leap down, right? Do we see that coming? I think, it's a stretch because it's a large leap down with a 36 out of 70 already. So I would actually, maybe Bitcoin is actually a relatively good buy right now, to be honest with you. But if we crash to like 36, let's just for say, or like 35, 500 to be specific, which are weak levels, non-substantive, those are also like relatively good level to buy at. Respect to Dogecoin, that about 1%, 1350 right now, like anywhere from current level to 12 cents from here. Cardano's down about 2% as well. We are basically anywhere from the 99 cents all the way to the current level, I would say, would be logical with the 33 out of 70, so it's relatively oversold right now. Solana is 87 right now, 35 out of 70 at the moment. Yeah, basically anywhere from current level all the way to $80 would be logical. XRP is down about 3% as well. We're at 50 out of 70, so still relatively overbought. Def cross is forming. 69 to 57 would be ideally the first frame you would buy at. Again, but 60 to 57 would be more logical. Polkadot down about 3%. Anywhere from current level to 1587 is logical to buy at. Algorand's down about 2.20%. We're relatively oversold. Like for Algorand especially, we are basically near bottom right now, 82 to 79 from here. Shiba Inu's just try to rebound, but not for a particular reason. We are still at the def cross. We're at the 45 of 70. Again, low 2000s, 1400, 900 from here. MagTac down about 3%. Anywhere from 142 to 120. So yeah, 142 to 120 would be the good level dollar cost average at. AVAX down about 2.5%, 59 to 50. Luna, we're at the 49 right now. So again, we're 62, 52 to 45. So basically $4 above, or just like a couple dollars below 52 with the 40 out of 70. So yeah, do this, not the best, not the worst. It's not terrible with the 40. So it's like optimal neutral level, right? So with respect to the overall market, today is another, we've been having negative days for the last 48 plus hours so far, obviously due to the same main factor, the Russian-Ukraine war. So I do hope that it doesn't happen, but if we know that and we have confirmatory signal that is happening, where we're going to next, right? So hopefully the technical analysis is helpful in terms of like being proactive on what's the next steps, and then you could like take the right risk management moves on your behalf, right? So appreciate you. Have a good day and take care. Bye.